Hi, I'm Juliet. I hope you enjoy this video. It demonstrates a typical ArthritisFirst exercise class. Let's get exercising! So start some very gentle movements. So we're going to do a little bit of a belly dance. And the head remains relatively still as we move the lower back. So just go to your very edge. So as you move, what you're doing is you're assessing your body. How far can you go? Can you go a little bit further? Always push to your very edge whenever you can. And some days you can, and some days you're just feeling below par and maybe it's more difficult. So just work with what you've got today. We've got very arthritic chairs today, making lots of squeaks. And then the other direction. So as we squeeze the air out of the ball, let's squeeze the air out of our lungs. And then allow the air in. Keep the head nice and tall. Lift it, chin tucked, lovely on legs. Fabulous. And then when you're ready, let's put our hands behind and grab the ball. And just take the ball as high up your back as it feels comfortable. And let's just arch our back away from the ball. Then when you're ready, let's bring the ball around the body. So we do circles. So you may decide that you just want to go behind the back. You may decide that you want to add in a little extra and go behind the chair. That opens up the shoulders a bit more. Or you may decide to mix and match. So the head remains relatively still as movement. It's just going up and down, just bobbing up and down. So the back is arching and sinking. You're squeezing the ball as much as you can. You're pushing down through your feet when you remember. Don't forget to connect with the floor. So energizing those legs. Wide shoulders. Okay, and then when you're ready, I'm just going to bring the ball in front. Nice and lifted. Now we're going to drop the back, a little back into the chair again so it's in contact. We're going to lift our heels, squeeze the ball and push the ball away and just look down a little. And when we're ready, we're going to lift our toes, spread our fingers and lift the crown. So we're going to breathe out, squeeze the air out of the ball, lift the heels and then the other way we're going to lift the toes. So think of this as a breathing exercise, think of it as a postural exercise. Also as a strengthener in the arms, the fingers, the wrists and the legs, the feet and the ankles. So nice and simple, but working lots of bits. So correct the spine when you come back, so your body knows what good posture is. Bad posture is there, and then good posture. So a couple more. And then back. So let's push our feet down into the floor. Let's lift the crown of the head. Really important to get a good starting position. Right hand on the ball. And we're going to start twisting. And as we do, we're going to push the ball across the body. We're going to turn our heads to the same side. Back hand behind the chair. Then we're going to come back to the middle. Swap hands and breathe out. So breathe out as you push away. Good. So again, you're feeling your limits and you're going right up to that limit if you can. Lovely. So imagine you're in some thick substance, so as you move, you've got that little bit of extra resistance and it'll make your muscles work a little bit more. So last couple of pushes. Good, and back. So, still with the ball in our hands, let's pull the tummy in, don't forget the navel muscles. And when we're ready, we're going to do figure of 8. So we're going to go at our own speed. Some of us will be in gear 1, others gear 4, others in between, but whatever you do, just go to your limit. So if you want to go a bit faster, increase your heart rate. If you feel like you want to go a little slower, just work on the strength. Or if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable today, just take the speed down a bit. feel energized, feeling lifted. And then back. Lovely again. Fantastic. So the ball now goes into the lower back. Now this is when we let go a bit and we're just going to try and increase the circulation, particularly when it's cold. It's quite important. You can always do this before you exercise. We're also going to increase our heart rate. And you may become aware of that. I become aware of it because I become a little bit more breathless. So you can do this any time in the day, once nobody's watching. Let the inner self out. Yeah. Then when you're ready, we're going to start our marching. So we'll start with the heels first. So heel march. Nice and energized. Shoulders loose. Keep the lift in the spine. Wonderful. Now let's do toes. Feel the energy, vitality, and the strength. Lubricate the shoulders and the hips. Now to flat feet, so really pound. Think about the bones and their strength. And if it's uncomfortable in the feet, obviously be softer. Good. March your armies. And then when you're ready, let's do a run. So let's run for that bus. Bring the smile to your faces, release the endorphins, all the positive chemicals in your body. Feel that tennis court, running for that ball, and then long again. Flat feet or heels or toes, you can choose, really matter. So adjust the exercises to suit you. Now when you're ready, we're going to bring in the swing. So if you're feeling dizzy, look straight ahead, but if you can, follow the back arm and keep lifting the legs. Throw that back arm away. Good. Open shoulders. Following the back arm with your head to turn as far as you can. Now when you're ready, back to the middle. So you probably feel a little bit breathless, and if you take your heart rate, it would be up. So that's all good. So let's grab our bands. If you don't have a band at home, you can use a pair of tights. It's not quite as effective, but see how you go. So first of all, we're going to do a static exercise where we don't appear to move, but we're moving lots, so we're strengthening lots of muscles without that movement. So nice tight grip on the band. And we're going to pull the band apart. As you do so, push those shoulder blades down. The shoulders are lovely and low. And feel a length in your neck by tucking the chin in and lifting from that crown. So we're going to push down through our feet into the floor. And we're going to take our knees apart just a little bit. So you're feeling the strength in the shoulders, you're feeling the strength in the legs, in the wrists and fingers. And under your elbows, bring that breath. So as you breathe in and out, you'll feel that movement in the lower ribs. Try and keep the shoulders soft as you breathe. So lots of things to think about, even though you don't appear to be moving. So keep tweaking, keep pushing those shoulder blades down, the back pockets, keep pushing through your feet. And when you're ready, still keep the legs as they are, and just take the hands a little bit further out. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable. So if you're getting any joint pain, just make sure you back off the exercise a little. Then when you're ready, like a spring, up we go in the back. Okay. So see how you go. So you might want to just do one leg at a time. You might want to go slowly, or you might want to go fast. So it depends what you want to try to achieve from the exercise. Heart rate, increase fast, strength, going slowly. Some of you may want to do two legs together. You need to make sure your back's in good shape. Obviously that's killing two birds with one stone. Okay? Okay, whatever you fancy, just go for a nice freestyle movement, and again it releases endorphins and increases that heart rate. Fantastic. And then let's take the legs as far as you can. Now at home, you probably have a chair which allows you to take your legs a little bit further apart than this. But work with what you've got. And we're going to do a forward bend. So back to the hands just above the knees, rolling the shoulder blades back and down. Fantastic. So let's get that starting position first. And a little bit of a static exercise again while we think about the next bit. So lifting from the crown, shoulder blades down. The legs are soft. So we're not pulling our legs into our hands. We're pushing our hands and our arms generally into the legs. And the elbows as straight as they can be. And you can soften them if they're uncomfortable. So bend them if they're uncomfortable. Make a fist if that's uncomfortable in the wrists. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to go forward. And we're going to push our hands down inside the legs. Keep the pressure on if we can, as far as we can. And open up the back. So let the head go. The head feels heavy. The neck muscles are long. And we're stretching through the legs. And if the hips are uncomfortable, just bring the legs together a little bit. Now when you come up, think about gravity on your back. So when you come up, you're going to push that gravity off, and you're going to realign the vertebra one at a time. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. So take your time. If you're feeling a bit woozy, give yourself a chance to recover before we go down again. If you want to, go halfway with your head up. That's better for you. So push if you can into the legs. Head is heavy, neck muscles are long, spine is long and spacious. And when you're ready, push gravity off your back and slowly ascend. Think about your individual vertebra, like a row of pearls, nice and lubricated and mobile. So one more go. Push into those legs, energize the arms, and then just let it go. Can you go a little further maybe? Test it out. And very slowly push gravity off. Use gravity as a tool, as a resistance, as we come back up. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Fantastic. So let's grab our bands again. Let's keep the knees apart just for a moment longer. And let's do our figurehead stretch. Yes, grabbing a drink's a good idea. Thank you. Keeping hydrated will help your exercise and actually be more comfortable for you generally. So let's take the band behind us. Let's have our palms facing into the room. Let's lift from the crown of the head. And when you're ready, you're going to come forward into the hips. We're going to take our hands behind us. We're going to take the shoulders back and we're going to push our chest through our shoulders. Just go as far forward as you feel comfortable. If it's easier for you to hold onto the chair, if you're having problems with your shoulders or back, then do that. Otherwise, just come as far forward as you can with a lovely straight spine. Imagine you're on the front of the ship looking down at the sea. Very strong, highly polished and beautiful. So feeling it in the hips, assessing your joints as you go. How far forward can we go? And when you're ready, feel gravity again and push gravity off your back. So you're realigning the spine and then bring the band back. Good. The middle. So we need the bands on top of our thighs. We're now going to do some leg work. We're going to push the band down strongly. So feel the lift from the crown. Again, feel pressure through the feet into the floor and squeeze the ball. All ready to start. So when you're ready, push down nice and strong and then lift the right leg as far as you can and pop the heel into the room with your toes to your nose, pushing the shoulder blades. Fantastic. So feel that lift in the spine, feel that length in the spine and feel that length in the leg as well. And push that heel into the room, so your toes as close to your nose as possible, so you get a little bit of a leg stretch. Squeeze the knee tight if you can. If it's uncomfortable, just soften the knee. So lovely long spines and long legs. And again, this is a static exercise, so we don't appear to be moving, but we're strengthening really, really hard. Then when you're ready, just slowly move forward at the hips. So just release the band, and we're going to try and keep that lift in the spine. Keep contact with your back into the ball there as you come forward. And you need to find the middle section of your band and then pop that around the toes and the forefoot. Fantastic. So pushing the heel into the room and curling back. So again, we're thinking about our starting position, our posture. We've still got the leg in the original position, we've just had it, but this time we've got more pressure. So more of a stretch, shoulder blades back and down. Tight grips when you can on the band, and the breath nice and low. So when you're ready, you're going to move the foot in the band. So you're going to move it in whichever direction you fancy. So move into any stiffnesses. And it's an important time to connect with your feet. Assess them. How's your big toe? Talk to it. How often do we neglect our feet, just chuck them in shoes and expect them to get on with things? So we give it a little bit of attention. And then heels back into the room. And then when you're ready, hands forward. And when we breathe out, we're going to lift from the ground, we're going to take the navel to the spine, and we're going to pull back. And we're going to breathe out. And release. Breathe out. Good. So that left leg, which is pushing into the floor, I assume, is feeling nice and energized as you push. It's transferring the energy from that left leg all the way through to the other leg. Last couple. Feeling strong, feeling energized. Wonderful. Now just release the band and keep the leg up there for a moment. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift that leg up and pop it on the other leg, robotic stretch. Now some of you may find this quite difficult, so you're just going to do what you can. And if you'd rather not, just stretch your leg out, have a little rest, whatever you fancy. So what we're doing here is we're stretching the buttock muscle, our walking muscle, which gets very tight. And we're going to also open up the hip. Now if the knee's uncomfortable, don't be pushing down on the knee. If you're able to, either side of the knee, just open up a little bit more. And then have your hand under your foot. So it's being able to access your foot, which is really important as well. So lifting the crown of your head, making sure it's lifted, and come forward. And you may feel it, or you should feel it, in that buttock. Is there anybody who doesn't feel it in the buttock? You've got it.
And here.
And there, yes. Yeah, so maybe around the hip, going on the hip. So you need to feel the difference between a joint discomfort and a muscle discomfort. So the muscle discomforts and stretches, it's perfectly fine to feel a little uncomfortable and to push into the edge. But if it's a joint pain, or shoulder or hip or whatever, you know about it, then that's when you need to back off. So stretching these muscles out won't feel comfortable necessarily, but they're doing good. Are you ready? Let's push that leg out and down. So we'll do the same thing with the other side, but this time we're going to have our hands underneath the chair. So when you exercise, just alter your exercises to suit you. You can make things up as you go along, as long as you're exercising the right muscle groups. So this time, our hands under the chair, and we're going to lift our body weight and our chair off the floor. We're going to lift that crown. We're going to push our foot, our bent leg, into the floor. We're going to push our heel into the room, and if we can, we're going to squeeze the knee. Of course, you can put weights on your ankles if you so desire, or a bag of sugar or something, just to make it a little bit heavier if you'd like that extra weight. Fantastic. Good. So feel the shoulder blades right the way down. And then when you're ready, just a slow migration forward. And then when you get to what you feel is your maximum stretch there, just get your band ready, and we're going to pop the band back on the foot again. So toes in if you can, and the forefoot. So it's 8 toes and forefoot, and pull back. Round it. Tight, tight grips. So first of all, let's have this position, enjoy this position and strength. Think about your navel as you breathe, the navel coming back to the spine. And then release the breath. like singers do. Wide hands, strong shoulders, long necks and tuck. And then when you're ready, let's start moving the foot. Now, as an example of discomfort, I've got a painful foot, so I would take this off, and I'm going to do that on its own without the band. So if you find a painful joint, don't use the band, just do it free. Nice and active without resistance. Keep lifting the spine as you go, tweaking the body. Lovely. So up and down circles, whatever you feel will benefit. And then when you're ready, push the heel into the room, and then we're going to pull back. And as we pull back, we're going to lift that spine, take the shoulder blades back and down. So if you like counting, if you like numbers, we say about 10, and maybe if you want to, then a rest and another 10. But really, it doesn't matter how many you do. Good, so pulling back and lifting. Feel the shoulder blades leading. So shoulder blades are leading around the ribcage. Navel is coming back. Fabulous. So last couple, lift that crown. Keeping the leg there, just releasing. Now an opportunity to do the leg stretch, or butt stretch on this side. See how you go. You might need to help it up. Lovely to be able to have an open hip. So we're going to lift the crown and we're going to come forward and feeling it in that buttock area. If you need more and you're able to, just push the knee gently out to the side, arm either side of the knee, and pull that foot up. So stretches are about 30 seconds or 5 or 6 breaths. So take your time in the stretches. No point speeding them up. Just let it go. So that feels about 30 seconds. I may be wrong, haven't got a clock. It's an internal clock. So when you're ready, we're going to lift yourself back and then back down again. Fantastic. So we've done lots of leg work. Although they continue to work as we exercise, they continue to push down into the floor. Let's have our hands at the back of the chair. So we're going to open up our shoulders. And we're going to tuck the chin back. As you do so, tuck the navel in a bit more. And then we're going to release the chin and allow the navel to come out. So it's a lovely, easy exercises to do at home. Nobody really knows you're doing them. So a little tuck and then a release. But the head remains high. So the head remains tall as we do it. So when I tuck now, I feel the pressure through my legs. I'm pushing through my legs. Even think about pelvic floor. So as you push, lift the pelvic floor. So last one. And this time we're going to keep the chin back. But of course we're going to continue to breathe to keep allowing the breath in that lower abdomen there. So when we're ready, tuck chin, right ear to right shoulder. And we're going to push down through our feet. So feel that stretch in the left side of the neck. Now if you feel up for it, if that right shoulder's up for it and the neck, and there's no pain in the right side there, don't forget I'm doing opposites here. Just bring that arm up and just allow it to stretch. So I'm taking my head to the left, but if you want to start by taking the head to the right, at home it doesn't really matter which side you do first, of course. Just let it go. Lengthening out that neck. Now that hand, that left hand underneath the chair, keeps that shoulder down and it enables more stretch. So again, it's a 30-second stretch, seems to go on forever, particularly with the neck, may not be that comfortable, maybe a bit tight. Release the week's excitements in the neck. Then when you're ready, lifting the head back. Now the opportunity to do side bends. I tend to put my feet a little wider for stability. I'm going to fill my arms with lead, I'm going to push the shoulders down, and I'm going to lift these arms up. Really heavy arms. And then we're going to go down to the right, let the head go. Reaching down to the floor and seeing how far down we can go. Up and over the head. Now if the shoulder's a problem or the back, bring the arm down. But if you're able to, see how far you can go, up and maybe even over. And when you're ready to come up, engage the abdominal muscles first. So engaging those muscles first. Keeping the arms up there if you can. And then we're going to go again. So we do 3 of these, and each time we're going to see if we can go a little further. Now in this warm weather, the muscles may well be softer and easier to move. The joints may be a little bit more swollen, but the muscles are longer and softer. Easier to do in the summer than the winter. So last one. Let's go that little bit further. Doesn't matter how much further. Just try that a little bit more. The head's heavy, coming over the top. Stretching through, and then push into gravity as you come. And then down the hands. Fantastic. So now I'm going to do a rotation. Now again, I'm doing opposites because I always do in the class. So I'm going to turn to my right, but you're going to turn to your left. So I want to follow mine. So we're going to have the right hand on the outside of the left leg, and you're going to have the left arm behind you. You're going to push into that leg. Now what you need to think of is a tall spine from the crown, wide shoulders, and an extension in the spine. And every out-breath, we're going to push around a little bit more. So think of me separating and softening those shoulders down. Think of me putting my hand in the middle back to encourage extension. And as you breathe out, turn around that little bit more. And again, another 30 seconds. And when you're ready, slowly coming back to the middle. So you should feel stretched on that left side generally. Okay, so before we go to the other side, let's go for a little row. It's a nice little interlude after a rather sort of deep exercise. So we're going to squeeze into that ball. We're going to grip the oar. We're going to push down through our feet. And for those who have poorly shoulders or backs, just do very small movements. If you're able to, go that little bit further. So imagine you're in a rowboat and pull the hands apart to bring the oar through the water, feeling resistance. And then we're going to let it go softly as you come forward. Now with the breath, you breathe in at the ends and then breathe out as you move. Breathe in here and breathe out as you move. If it's getting a little bit too much for you, as I say, shorten the stroke. So you just be a little movements here. Okay, so just alter it to suit you. So we're in the water, we're going for a long stroke and a powerful stroke through the water. Pushing through your feet as well as you push forward. Good. So lift and realign the spine as you bring the oar back. So last couple, nice and free. So push the ball into your back into the ball and then arch away. And this final one, we're going to come back and then we're going to pop the band just underneath the knee and we're going to take the arms back for another static exercise. So really strong, shoulder blades back and down, straight arms, tight grips, feet pushing into the floor, crown lifted. And think about the breath nice and low. So push those ribs out and up. Keep tweaking, keep lifting. Be as strong as you can. You're probably feeling burning in your muscles, which is very natural, very normal. It's a good sign. It's a good sign that they're working, because as soon as you release, that one goes away. And pulling, the muscles are pulling on the bones and strengthening the bones as well. So we're going to repeat the same on the other side. So we're going to palm our hands down the back of the chair. We're going to lift the crown. Double chin, left ear to left shoulder. And then that hand up if it's comfortable. Make sure there's no pain in the left side of your neck. release and let it go. Soft shoulders. That right hand under the chair, stopping that right shoulder popping up. Just release the week's tension in the right side. And then when you're ready, slowly lift the head back. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit for stability. Fill my arms with lead, so when I lift them up, it's very, very heavy. I'm going to push the shoulder blades down. And then when you're ready, let's go. We're going to go to the left. Top arm if you can over. If you need to have the arm by your side, if there's any pain, right over the top. Wonderful. And then up we come, lift from the crown and feel the weight through the body. So the navel muscles, the core muscles, are working on the way up and the way down. Good. Are you getting a little bit further maybe? And then engage. And up. So the very last one, a little bit further. Engage abdominals, heavy arms, and then when they come down, lift the spine up. And this will now turn to the other side. So we're going to turn to the right with our left hand on the outside of the right leg and the right hand behind. And we're going to, on the out breath, turn. Each out breath, we're going to turn a little bit more. So think of that hand in the middle spine. Think of the hand softening your shoulders. And on the out breath, can we turn round a little bit more? Wonderful. And then when you're ready, slowly back to the good. Now we're ready to do some standing exercises. So what we need to do is obviously get rid of all our bits and bobs. And we're going to do our shuffle to the edge and back. Edge and back. We're going to energize. Yes, grab a drink. Good idea. Bars open if you want it. Okay, so let's get the heart rate going. Let's feel the energy levels up again. Punch, punch, punch. Fantastic. So lift those hips higher than your knees if you can. Really trying to move forwards and backwards. You want to be able to get to the edge of your chair without using your arms. So we're doing this at home. If you do a soft chair, a bit more difficult, but if you want a challenge, that's probably quite a good thing to do. Right, so now I'm going to do our sit to stand. Just be careful here. Sometimes you can feel a bit wobbly, so if you need to be standing next to something which you need to hold on to, which you can hold on to. So nose over your knees, push down through your feet, and up we come. Now the knees are hurting, or the shoulders are hurting. The shoulders are hurting, keep the arms down. If the knees are hurting, I wouldn't keep going up and down. Just stay standing or do a little bit of a hop up and down rather than all the way. Now you can hover over your chair, or you can pop your bottom on your chair. So let's get energized and welcome in the sun. Lifting the hands up nice and high and down. Good. So exercise those legs. Fill your arms with lead. So the last one, push. And if you can, let's have the hands together and enjoy that stretch with the shoulders. Now just separate your feet just a little bit, and we're going to, for argument's sake, point your right foot. It doesn't matter obviously if it's your left. But one thing is, you need your fingertips to come down to the pointed foot. So you're going to make a crescent moon shape, and you're going to change the weight distribution to the other leg. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, make sure you stand behind the chair or in front of something nice and firm. So energize those legs. Energize the spine. At any point the shoulders are uncomfortable, bring one or both down to the side. Nice. So last couple, the back loves this. The back loves the side glide. But if your back's uncomfortable, you're better off doing it with your arms down. See how you go. Okay, and then as we bring the arms down, weight even, down we come. Pop the backs of your hands on the wall, imaginary wall, behind you, and lift the crowns. Angel of the North. Think about yourself. It's been very, very tall, very wide. Then when you're ready, feet so that underneath your hips and hands down. Nice open shoulders. Wonderful, and then release. Let's all go behind our chairs. Let me know if you can see the feet. So we're going to do the heel-toe lift. And if you're at home, then you need to make sure you're on. So crown of the head lifting, and we're going to lift the heels. And if you can, we're going to lift the arms. Good. This is why it's important. When you come down, keep the head lifted, and you then lift your forefeet. It's important that you've got something maybe to hold on to. So my forefoot, my toes are lifting at that point. So it's an up and a down. So lift the heels, down the crown, and then down and lift the forefeet. Okay. So if the shoulders are enough, don't worry about the shoulders. Just going to a couple more of these, but really feel that strength. It's quite a balance exercise. Even though you're on 2 feet, so the closer your feet are together, the more of a balance exercise it will be. So last one. Good. And then when you bring your arms down, keep the chin, the crown lifted, bring the arms down, keep the head there, and then back down. Okay, and release. Fantastic. So now we're going to be penguins, and as we hitch our right leg, let's think about lifting the toes as well. So the toes are lifted and the heels are pushing down to the floor. Now for those that can, you can take it out slightly to the side. Obviously you may need to hold on to decide. You can take it out as wide as you can to the side. Now if you want to, you can do some little up and down movements. I don't normally encourage bouncing, but this is fine for a strengthening exercise, not for a stretching. So you'll do little bounces, and you probably feel it quite a lot here, and maybe in the knee as well. So just be cautious about the standing leg.
I find it's there.
Yeah, it's a hit. You can feel it because it's the muscle working. It's burning. Out we go to the side as far as we can. Little bounces if you can. Keep lifted, nice and wide. And slowly back. So one more on each side. You can add a little bit more. Just be very cautious though. If you want to turn your head from side to side, it will definitely make you wobble more in that standing leg. But I'm trying to strengthen, so that's why I'm doing it, to add that little bit of extra strength in the foot and ankle. Last one. So turning your head if you're feeling up for it. Good. And slowly down. Fantastic. So let's now do our tabletop stretch. So I'm going to turn it to our feet underneath our hips, and we're going to stretch the bottom back. It's a lovely stretch for the back. You can come as close as you like. So if your shoulders are hurting, come a little closer, maybe rest your forearms down and push back. But it's a way of stretching out the buttock area, the top of the legs, the hamstrings, which can get quite tight with back issues. So pushing your bottom back. So just adjust your feet to suit you. Lovely stretch, open backs and long backs. Now if you're feeling up for it, you can lift a leg. So you can lift one leg and then the other, pushing the heel away. Now if you want to make it into a balance, more of a balance, you come a little closer, you can lift your arms up and do it that way. So it depends what you want. If you want to be more of a balance exercise, do that, or you use your arm. So you're going to hitch your right leg and take it back. See if you can make that into a balance. And as you take it back, take it slowly. I'm going to a tightrope stance where my foot is directly behind the other foot, maybe a foot or so apart in distance. Or you can be wide stance where for more stability. So push into that back heel, tuck the tail in, and then you get a nice bit of openness in the front hip there. Now with the arms, lots of options. You can relax them by side. Maybe turn your head and you'll feel the work in the feet and ankles. Maybe you're going to lift your arms up, so you can lift your arms above your head. And imagine you've got a heavy object, but make sure the shoulders are down as you do that. Maybe you're going to imagine you're pushing in front of the wall. Pushing that wall away. Lots of energy in your arms. And then of course you can change at any point. Or you can have your arms out and straighten your arms. And when you're ready, let's swap to the other side. So we're going to push into the other back here. Both feet flat on the floor. Tail tuck. So as you tuck your tail in, you feel that openness and stretch in front of the hip. And then you choose your arm position. So pushing into that back heel, that's where you should feel it in the calf, that back leg. You should also feel it maybe in the front of that back hip as well, as you tuck the tail in. And then maybe halfway one changes one's position. Maybe one adds a little bit of neck rotation, but just be careful there. Good. So now we're going to make our way to the walls just for a little bit of posture before we finish. So we're going to lift the crown of the head. This is a posture exercise. Just find a bit of wall, lift the crown of the head, allow the shoulders to fall right away. Fill your arms with lead so they feel heavy. Pop the shoulder blades back and down as I say. Tuck the tail in, open up the hips, lovely soft knees, long feet, and then put some pressure into the outer part of the feet. And feel a growth with the spine. So really grow, but keep your feet on the floor. Feel a spaciousness. And when you've held this position for a while, you can then pop your hands on the wall, nice and flat, and your arms, and push into the wall. You don't need to move the spine, it's another static exercise. So you're going to push back and down with the arms, you're going to lift that crown. Shoulder blades into the back pockets. Feel energized in the body, feel very, very tall. Feel lifted and strong. If you check this every day, your posture will not deteriorate. Keep it strong. Good. And then release. So we're just going to finish off by doing some push-ups. All right? So we're going to turn around and face the wall. And if your shoulders are not very comfortable, come close and do forearms. Same with the wrists. Or you can have your hands flat in front of your shoulders. Feet back. Now it's up to you how far back your feet are. If you're feeling a bit stronger, have your feet further away. And we're going to come forward as if you're on the floor, elbows tucked in, and then we're going to push the floor away. Any problems with your shoulders, come closer. Make sure you're closer, just protect them. But elbows are tucked in to your middle, and you're going to push the floor away. So imagine that you're on the floor, you need to get up. Can you do it? Can you push that floor away? Keep the tummy tucked in as you go. Push the heels back. Lovely and lifted. So, last couple. Now we're going to get ready to get to our chairs. So just to finish off the video and the chat, what you do is just check your postures right again. Of course you can do all sorts of things. You can bend your knees, you can do your twists, some of the other ones you might remember. But when you go back to the chair, think about that first. Think about when you place the foot down, it's a heel strike. So you're going to pop the heel down and you're going to push off with that back foot. So there's no flat feet. And we'll be very light. So don't break up those clouds as you walk back to your chair. And then you might finish and do a few breathing exercises at the end. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your exercises. I hope you enjoyed exercising along with this video, and I very much look forward to seeing you in class soon.